Hello and welcome to my second video of the Content Server 16. In the previous video, we have installed Content Server 16 uh, and we have import the license key. To import the license key, simply go to admin and Content Server Administration module. Here you will see uh, the browse buttons from where you can import the license key. I have already imported the license key, so I won't see that button again. Uh, just simply go to admin module and from there you can import the license key. Also, you would be there was a error that web dev error of the plugins that for that error you need to require to restart your machine because we got that error as well and we haven't restarted the machine. That's why the content server couldn't find the plugin. But after restarting the content server, it was working fine, and you can see why. If we go to function admin.install module, you can see all the installed plugins and in the list, and then you click on show detail and you can search here web dev, so WPDA, and here you can see that content server web dev module is successfully installed here. So this is it. Now we need to install delivery server. To install delivery server, we need delivery server software that you can download from Opentext website, some JDBC driver that you can download from the either Oracle, MySQL, or MS SQL website. Depending which database you are using, you can go there and download that software from there. Uh, I would be using the MS SQL, so 4.1 I is already downloaded, and you can see this English version of the JDBC driver. So I can use any of one of those for my installation. So let's get started. And also there's a license key for my delivery server, but you would be required license key. So please contact delivery server or Opentext customer care for the license key. Otherwise, you can install the evaluation license that will give you 90 days to test the product, and then you can ask for the license key from the customer support. So simply go to the delivery server folder that I have already downloaded the software here, and we just run the setup as administrator. We go next, and yes, we need to accept the terms and conditions of the license and go next. And here is going to install the delivery server. My one is fresh installation, however you can upgrade or do the war installation uh, or war upgrade. Here, like if you are using any other server like JBoss, a Wirefly, or any other server that you can use war installation and deploy your war file on the other server. But I'm using the standard Tomcat that's come with the Apache. So here you say Apache Tomcat. Uh, that will be installed in under DS folder here. And in the deliver server 16 WSMDS data, they keep all the data in the separate folder. If it's required to backup, you can back up this folder, and uh, it keeps all the important information. So the folder is not there, so it's going to create a folder, import the license key. Here it is asking for the Java path, so the default one I have JDK 1.8. I'll let it go like that. And we're going to import example project as well. Go next. Next. Here it is saying that do you want to install the Tomcat as service? Either you can say yes or not. I like to start service myself through the icon because I don't really need it for the professional use, it would be only this video and test purpose. So I'm not going to make it service. I'm just going next as it is. Here, you need to define the IP address and the computer name. So this is my default IP of the local subnet. So I'm just going next and next. Still there. This is the alias for the cluster. So I can say like Mirza DS1 node, and this is a port. That's 45536. That's going to be communicate with the DS1 with the other cluster if you have, and plus one, so there would be 45537. So like if you're installing, depending on the same machine, two clusters node, then you would be having different IP because this different port number because this number is already used and then 37 is used. You cannot use sec for the second node 37 and onward. You have to give plus one gap. So it's like 36 and 37 will be used by this node. And then you can have 38 and 39 to other node like that. But if you're using different virtual machine for the cluster, then you can use same port for each uh, of your node because it's going to communicate uh, on this port. It would be quite easy to install depending, but now this time I'm not going to install uh, as a cluster. So we'll go next. We are not required to install SSL at the moment, but if you do, you might need to provide passwords and the restricted IP range and other details. So I go next, and admin password. For the time being, we'll say admin. Next, here's the asking for JDBC driver, which is we have here. We can use any of those, so we'll use this one. So now we would be needing two different usernames. So, uh, but I can. So this is a DB user and this is DS admin. So this admin would require more permission to create database to create user, and DS user required some privileges that read and write access of the database. But I'm going to use one user, so I am going to create one user and gonna use it. Or I can use SA user and SA passwords as to create admin database and manage as a DB user. So I'm just going to use my built-in super user, so SA. But you can create your own user inside the MS SQL. If the password is correct, it's gonna go next. If the password is not correct, we'll get the error. And we go next here, and it's giving summary here. So we'll just go next and start installing and copying the jar file and XML file and HTML file inside the C drive where I'm installing the delivery server. I'm just going to pause the video and we'll come back here once the installation is done. Okay, so the copying and installing is finished. Installation is finished. So we go next, and here it will ask me to create a database and shortcut. So create shortcuts for all users. Go next, and start creating database here. So it will take a while. Uh, so I'm going to pause this again, and while it's finished, I'll come back here. Okay, so the creating master database and DB user database is finished now, and we'll go next. And here it's asking for the example project to import. We'll go next and start creating example project database, and we'll import the example project in the database after creating it. So it will take some time as well. So I'm just going to pause here, and we'll come back when it's finished. Okay, so here's project import and creating database is finished. We go next. And this is our last step. Here is the command to check the log and uninstall and going to the URL. So we'll copy this URL because it would be needed uh, to go to the website, and we'll go done. Okay, so we have this two shortcut, one for the website link, and this is to start the delivery server as a server from the shell point. So we'll shell prompt, we go to the shell prompt, run it, and it's giving information that delivery server installing. If any error will come, this is very good to see if there's any, for debugging purpose, that if there's any error or it's not connecting to the database or something, it will appear here, and we can see why it's not connecting the database, or why it's not able to find some of the file which is missing, because it's gonna give error here. So like I like this console mode kind of design myself instead of this web service, because then you don't know what is going on. Uh, so once delivery server is fully up and running, it's already installed but up and running. So there would be a sign will come. So we'll wait. It's still running. So it's just gonna take few minutes to start the service. And when the service is fully up and running, we'll go to the URL. So we already paste the URL here. It's opening the master database. Okay, so my delivery server is up and running now, and we'll go to the delivery server page here and call the URL. It's already loaded, so we just go to admin and admin username, and here you go. So this logged in. We go to connector, and in the connector we're gonna go to the authentication, and in the authentication we're gonna to go to Opentext delivery server. We'll see if there's any pre-assigned plugin is there, but there's no pre-assigned sample is there. So we go and create new, and we'll say OTDS, and the server name and the port. So server is installed on the local machine, so we can call either the name of the machine or we can call localhost. So we can say localhost, and then the port. So it's 8002. We need resource ID here. So we just gonna go here and resource and gonna create new resource and save it, and we'll use this ID and copy, and we're gonna paste it here. And the resource ID, we have no shared key, and we're gonna make user face instead of authentication and activate this. So we'll say apply, and if it does work fine, then it should be activated this. So we verify activation, and it is activated, so that means it's work fine. Otherwise, we can get error in the delivery server. So here you go, and we go test. The test for the connect resource side is okay. We'll go okay and okay, go out. So this is our OTTS connector, and we'll see if we are able to log in with the OTTS or not. So we just go back, log out, and now we can see delivery server screen to log in. But here I cannot log in because I haven't copied the user and the password. So it says invalid credentials because the user and OTTS user is not being created in delivery server. Now there's no way to log in because I already connected the delivery server connector. So we're just gonna go here and assign the loopback IP. So of the delivery server. So say 127.0.0.1 8080 slash CPS slash IDS slash, and here I can use my old admin delivery server admin username and delivery server admin password instead of authenticating. So in the users, now I need to create a user which is look like same as the OTDS user. So in the OTDS, we have go to partition and see OTDS admin view member, and this is OTDS admin is the user. So OT admin is the user, and so we're gonna create OT user as it is. So create user, and username is OTADMIN at otds.admin, and password, we don't need to specify password, just say OTDS admin and okay. Now we can assign some password here, but it's not gonna authenticate. Says 5 characters, so let's say we'll say ABC123, ABC123 has been created, active, and logon type is all active. Authentication method is the directory service, so we don't need to change anything here. Okay, so this user is been created, and I have set up password ABC123, but now we need to assign the user role as administrator, so then this user can log in as administrator on the machine. So now if we log out and go to localhost instead of loopback IP. We'll see the OTDS authentication, and here I say admin, and the admin password was live link of the content server. So let's see if it's working. Now it is working, but this is URL is not in the trusted site, so we're just gonna add this URL in the trusted site. So go here, copy, and go to uh, the delivery server, and in the trusted sites we're gonna add this URL and save it. So we're gonna refresh it, and let's say sign out and log in again. So OT admin and a live link, sign in. Okay, so it says completely close your browser and then has to try again. So we'll try again after closing the browser. And I think it's a good idea if we restart the our delivery server again. So I just restart it and come back again. So okay, so my delivery service started. I just went to fetch a tea as well. So there was a bit of delay, but you won't notice because I just passed the video. So we go to the delivery server login, and we can see the OTDS screen here, but we'll see uh, if we can log in or we are not able to log in. So we say OTADMIN at otds.admin is the user we created, and the password was livelink, LIVELINK, and we'll say sign in and see if it's working. So it is now working for some reason, but let's try again. Sometimes it takes some time. So this is working now. For some reason, first time wasn't working. We'll try again. There might be some relay in the connection. So OTADMIN at OTDS.ADMIN LIVELINK and sign in. So this URL is not in the trusted site as well, and this time it was using looking for this URL. So we need to add this URL in the trusted site as well. So this could be the reason that because it's calling localhost and the other user as in so these both sites need to be logged in as a uh, trusted site. So we'll go and add it there. So So we'll add, so we have all of those. Now we'll go and try again. So we'll sign out, go to localhost, sign in. Oh, it's already signed in for some reason. We'll refresh it. So because the connection was already made with the delivery server, so this is why the user is already signed in for. So we need to close the browser and we'll clear the cache as well. So clear browser history. And OTADMIN at otds.admin and password is live link and sign in. Okay, so there might be some thing wrong with the connection of the delivery server, and there might be firewall or something blocking up because it's connect authenticating, but it is not configuring. So we'll come back again and we'll fix it up. Okay, so it has some kind of cache issue, so we're gonna try again and we'll see if it's this time it's gonna log in us again or not. I just cleared up the cache, so we'll try the user and password LIVELINK, and we'll click on sign in, and still not working. We'll try one more and see if it's working. So it's working. So it seems like more cache issue where the cache is cleared and it start working. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and this bit of tweaking would be needed, but I hope your network administrator would be able to help you out with that to set up firewall and open the port. Currently, I'm not running any firewall to set up this environment. So thank you very much for watching this video.